Recently, the Gentleman's Flavor traveled to Tennessee as we set out on a whiskey pilgrimage along the famous Tennessee Whiskey Trail. While in Memphis at the Spirits and Soul Festival, we had the pleasure of catching up with Jack Daniel's Master Distiller, Jeff Arnett, to talk all things whiskey and, of course, talk about that quintessential Tennessee whiskey brand, Jack Daniel's.
So I'm here in Tennessee with Jeff Arnett, Master Distiller from Jack Daniel's. Now here's a question for you. The sour, for our viewers, the sour mash process. Yeah. I mean, we see that on the bottle and sometimes you're unaware of what the sour mash process is. Yeah. Can you explain what that is?
You know, a lot of people think that sour mash is sort of exclusive to Jack Daniel's because it's so prominent on our label. But most bourbon whiskeys are going to be produced using a sour mash process. Unless the label says it's a sweet mash, which would be sort of the opposite of it. A sweet mash means you only take water, grains, and yeast. You don't do any pH adjustments in the process, and you do sort of a natural fermentation off that. But most of us, once we do our first fermentation, we'll take some of the liquid of that fermentation, we'll set it back in the next round of grains, which lowers the pH. It actually helps facilitate the yeast taking over the environment. It helps control bacteria that might be coming in on your grain, so it makes the product much more consistent, improves your yield, improves your consistency of character over time. So most people think that Jack Daniel's is the one thing that sour mash simply because it's on our label. It's that sour mash Tennessee whiskey.
You're the big daddy.
Yeah, but most of your Kentucky bourbons are also produced using a sour mash process, whether they say so on the label or not. It's almost by default. The sour mash is the way people work. But it means you deliberately make pH adjustments in your process using the liquid strain to recycle it back in.
Holy, what a wealth of whiskey knowledge. Here's a question for you. What's the difference between Tennessee whiskey and a Kentucky bourbon?
You know, people ask me all the time if Tennessee whiskey is bourbon. And actually, I would describe it as being at least bourbon. You know, the way the laws read, bourbon can be made in any state, even though Kentucky made it famous. But if you're made in America, you're 51% corn, still below 160 proof, and matured in a new oak barrel, then you can call yourself bourbon. If you look at Tennessee whiskey, it satisfies all of those same requirements. Historically, Tennessee whiskeys have differentiated themselves by using some type of bark, sugar maple mellowing. So this process would be right after we distill it before we put it into the new barrel. It tends to soften the bitterness of the spirit before it ever even goes into the barrel. So I think in general, Tennessee whiskeys are known to be maybe a little bit sweeter, a little more flavor forward on the tip of the tongue. While a lot of your Kentucky bourbons usually employ a little bit more rye in their grain bills too, so they'll have a little bit more of a peppery, spicy note. But you know, I would tell you this, you know, American whiskeys are hard to beat. I've always been a huge American whiskey fan. I love bourbons. I love Tennessee whiskeys.
You might be a little biased. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm clearly honored to be working for Jack Daniel's, but you know, we work for a company that makes some great bourbons as well. We make single malt scotches, and to me, of all the things in the whole spirits category, whiskey is the one that's I think the most interesting to explore because it's so regional. You know, vodka's always supposed to taste the same no matter where they're made. Rums don't have necessarily a lot of range to them either, but whiskeys are very, very regional. So whether it's Scotch whiskey or Canadian whiskey or a Kentucky bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, there's so much rich heritage and flavors to explore. And it's great to have an event like this too, where everybody's kind of showing their version of a Tennessee whiskey if they're far enough along to make it. We've got one of our nice single barrels on the table here tonight.
Yeah, I've tried it. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's been a fan favorite.
Hey, here's a question for you. We're based out of Canada. We don't seem to have as many strict regulations when it comes to making our whiskeys. We've got a lot of flavored whiskeys. Are there certain regulations that you have to adhere to call it a bourbon or to call it Tennessee whiskey?
You do. There's actually a state law that was written for Tennessee whiskey that basically, you know, to paraphrase the law, it basically says you meet all of the requirements of bourbon first, that you're made in the state of Tennessee, and that you also mellow the product before you age it. Yeah, you charcoal mellow it. So yeah, there's, you know, whiskeys are different for sure. You know, American whiskeys are largely barrel driven. You're not allowed to use colorings or flavorings. You will see, like especially, you know, Scotch whiskey, because they're reusing barrels, they need to use color. There's some blended whiskeys, and when you blend it on the label, that allows you to use some neutral spirit, maybe some sugars and some flavors. I always tell people, you know, be knowledgeable, of the different types of whiskey. Find the one that you like, but there's so much to explore. There's many great products out there. We're part of Brown Forman at Jack Daniel's, so we actually have Canadian whiskeys, we have bourbons, we have the full range of whiskey. So we have Collingwood. Collingwood Canadian whiskeys.
Great with Diet Coke. Great with Diet Coke. Jack Daniel's. I mean, there's a lot of probably Jack Daniel's purists out there. So when you guys introduced Jack Daniel's honey or stuff with cinnamon, for that biker guy who was drinking it just when it was old number 7, was there a bit of a backlash from that at all? When you went a little bit bigger and started creating stuff that my fiance might enjoy?
I became Master Distiller back in 2008. And the first new product that came out under my tenure was honey. And I would be the first to tell you that I was nervous simply because it was my first new product. And it was an unconventional product. It wasn't necessarily just water, grains, and barrels and things that we were known to do. But honey's our second largest product today. And if you look at who drinks it, they were people who were maybe moving towards whiskey but weren't quite there yet.
Like a stepping stone.
Yeah, it is. I would say it's one more rung on the ladder that people can kind of grab hold of. But what we saw is it was new consumers and new occasions. And if you're going to increase the size of your portfolio as a brand, we now have 10 products. What we hope is that one product doesn't necessarily cannibalize the other, that you're reaching new people and giving them new things. What we found with even the most loyal Jack Daniel's drinkers, they would tend to go and buy other products that they might serve like after dinner in a dessert occasion because they didn't think Jack Daniel's worked there. And honey, and honey has become that product for us. It's like for the loyal Jack Daniel's drinker, he's like say, hey, whiskey wasn't always perfect for the occasion. Honey's giving them another occasion product. It's great in the shot. People just want to order around.
I have some in my freezer at home in Toronto as we speak.
Chilled shots. Our honey and fire products both do very well there. But an after dinner cordial or something like a dessert drink, the honey has become the go-to pour from Jack Daniel's. So, like I said, it's not in 170 countries like Black Label, but it's up to about 60, and it has far exceeded any expectation that we had for it. It's got more people identifying themselves to be a Jack Daniel's fan than ever before, and to me that's success. We've been around 150 years, and I say it's products like honey that'll keep us around probably for another 150.
Here's one last question for you. You've been very generous with all the answers today. Jasper Newton started all this, right?
Yeah, he did.
Now I heard he was quite the ladies' man. He was a little bit of a philanderer. But that's all maybe it's just rumor and hearsay. I don't know, do you have any juicy gossip for us? I mean, posthumously?
Well, one of the things that we know about Jack's life, he never got married, even though he had several loves in his life. We have love letters and things like that. So at least one lady broke his heart. But he was passionate about whiskey making, and he also loved music. So if you look at the Jack Daniel's brand, one of the things that you still see us being passionate about today, we do both.
It's so rock and roll. It's so rock and roll.
Well, and I feel like, would rock and roll be rock and roll without Jack Daniel's? I know so many people, it's definitely had a hand in shaping it. We've been very fortunate that so many people in both movies and in music have adopted the Jack Daniel's brand as their brand of choice. We're very fortunate with that. But, being here in Memphis, sort of what I consider to be the home of rock and roll, my home state, working for Jack Daniel's, which is probably one of the best known products from the state of Tennessee. What an honor it is to be tying together music and whiskey and the Tennessee heritage and being able to pull off the street fair that we're at.
And this is a pre-celebration of the centennial. It's a centennial celebration of blues here in Memphis. Hey, it's been an absolute pleasure having the honor to speak with Jeff Arnett, Master Distiller from Jack Daniel's. We're here in Memphis. Jeff, a pleasure.
My pleasure.
I'm Curtis B, and this is The Gentleman's Flavor. Cheers.